When soccer powerhouse France, the defending World Cup champions, face off against the scrappy underdog Morocco on Wednesday night in Qatar, a lot more will be at stake than simply clinching a slot in Sunday's final against Argentina. For the millions of North Africans in France, and Paris in particular, the contest between the two countries is deeply personal and even political. Everyone is with Morocco, says a merchant at a street market in the heavily immigrant neighborhood of Barbès in northern Paris, as he sets out his wares brocade-trimmed traditional abaya dresses on a cold, rainy morning. Among them, he props up two deep Moroccan flags, a sure draw for customers on match day. Morocco is the best, and they are going to win the state. Asking the big quotas, that's a maturity, that is indeed, whether or not Morocco beats France, the country has in one sense already won as the first African and Arab country to make it to the semi-finals in the World Cup's 92-year history. The fact that Morocco faces their former colonial master has infused the match with added resonance. For many North Africans in France, deciding which side to back is no simple choice, and indeed, some believe they should not be forced to choose at all. When I'm in France, I'm 100 French. When I'm in Morocco, I'm 100 Moroccan, says Benjamin El-Jaziri, 69, owner of the L'Atlas, a Moroccan restaurant on Paris' left bank, which has served traditional couscous and Tajin dishes since El-Jaziri bought the large space in 1991. Over strong black coffees on a frigid Tuesday night. El-Jaziri, who has lived in Paris since 1974, still leaning on the restaurant's wooden bar counter, discussing who he will cheer for on Louis Day. Above all, it's one's roots that count, so I will support Morocco, he says, before hesitating. But it's really difficult to say, I'm Franco-Moroccan. In fact, even the act of hyphenating one's ethnicity, as Americans do, is considered taboo by many in France, where the question of national identity remains deeply sensitive. France's national education system, and indeed some of its laws, are geared towards subsuming ethnic identity, a principle around which far-right groups have built support for years. Since 2011, women have been banned from wearing hijabs or hijabs in French schools and public buildings. While the law applies to all overt signs of religion, French Muslims widely regarded as targeting the complex identity of France and Morocco's squad. After the Atlas Lions, the Moroccan squad is known, pulled all of a spectacular quarter-final win against European heavyweight Portugal on Saturday. Prominent figures on the right sees the far-right leader, Eric Zemmour, whose failed presidential bid last April was forged on a virulently anti-Muslim message, railed against the huge celebrations by Moroccans and peers. What would the King of Morocco think if, the marriage, the French celebrated France winning, said Zemmour, the son of Berber Jews from Algeria. Also enraging some right-wing politicians were the scenes on television of Morocco's players, many European-born of Moroccan men This is not just football, says Emmanuel Riviere, head of international polling at Kent Republic, a polling agency in Paris. It is at the very heart of the existential questions that French society is asking itself about identity, feelings of belonging, and what we call superior. Indeed, players on both squads have navigated. About half of France's national team, called Les Bleus the Blues, are the offspring of immigrants from West and North Africa, the heavily Muslim suburbs around Paris, and other cities, or banlieues as they are known, have spawned a remarkable number of soccer stars, that include his France's megastar forward Kylian Mbappé, 23, whose father is from Cameroon, and whose mother is Algerian, or is born on those reefs, even the Moroccan coach Walid Regragui, 47, was born in a town south of Paris, and the majority of his players were born in Europe of Moroccan parentage. Wednesday's game is almost Fred Mbappe on Morocco's star goal scorer, Achraf Hakimi, or close friends both playing for Paris Saint-Germain in France's Ligue 1. So striking is the French team's immigrant makeup that when it won its first World Cup in 1990, it was held up as an example of an equitable rainbow nation, something many North Africans in France might dispute. When France again won the World Cup in 2018, Trevor Noah quipped on The Daily Show, "Is it Africa won the ever World Cup?" A reference to Les Blues' disproportionate number of black players. France and they use an ambassador to the use. Shot back angrily at no, they are French. They are proud of their country. But for the millions of North Africans in France, Wednesday's game presents complicated feelings, pitting strong emotional ties to both ethnicity and homeland against their citizenship. We don't know if we should support France or support Morocco. Says Ayoub Samor 22, a Paris-born son of Moroccan parents, who writes for the Bonnie blog, a site covering the banlieues that is based in the Paris suburb where Map grew. I will cheer for Morocco, because it is a unique opportunity, or for Rashid, or an issue, see, the physique history, I think they shoes, I think the shoot, let's say shoot, that's a issue, the expectations are huge.